in like 4th grade we had to draw like these important figures to you, and for some reason I used to like draw just these random little like poorly drawn girls, and I used to like call them just my sister because like I wanted to know her. But yeah, that was probably like the earliest memory I have of like casual drawing. Some of the things make me interested in art would be like a lot of influence from people around me. Just like people around me push me to do art, so I use that force. I like digital art a lot because it's just easy to manipulate on like the go. Like I'll find myself trying to do the 2-finger tap on just a regular drawing. I did the other day. It's just so much easier and a lot cleaner. Illustration derives a lot from digital art as far as like what is seen as illustration now. I've just been so used to drawing like character art for the past like 6 years. So using digital art and finding myself like used to doing digital art for that, it translates really well into illustration with like storyboarding and character design. It's just a lot easier. I use a lot of techniques that I didn't realize I used in my digital art, like that I use in a lot of like physical pieces, especially with like painting. Whenever I like paint traditionally, I usually don't try to blend as much as possible. I like go over my strokes, and I found myself doing that a lot more in digital art, and I didn't even realize it until like a year ago, which was a lot longer than I expected to find myself using techniques both ways. My favorite non-digital medium. That's honestly really hard because I like pretty much every medium I've tried. Favorite's probably painting. I've used oil once and I didn't like it. Charcoal is probably my least favorite. I don't usually plan pieces very well, which is a downfall of mine. Usually I will start doing like sketches, maybe like a single sketch, because sometimes I'll like come up with this, what I think is the best idea in the world, and then I will stick to it until I realize it's not the best idea in the world, which is usually too late. But I'll do the sketch and then I'll immediately jump in. I don't really like doing preparatory work that much. But for like digital art, I usually don't sketch that much. I'll just kind of like I'll have a general idea, and then my sketch will eventually immediately turn into like the line art for the piece. So it's just like a quick process sometimes. A couple of years ago, I switched to Procreate, and Procreate on the iPad is a wonderful tool. So yeah, I use that now. That's probably like my favorite thing ever. COVID has honestly made me draw more. For most of high school, I didn't really do much personal drawing, which was kind of sad. But up until COVID, or when COVID started, I had a lot more time because I only had like a couple pieces left to finish for school at the time. As quarantine progressed, I like found myself working more and more with like trying to do the same things on an iPad as I tried to do like physically. So being able to play around and like, especially with other people, like trying to find stuff to do during quarantine. So yeah, COVID helped me like progress a lot of my skills. So thanks, I guess.